Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the amazing Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce, and I am really excited about today's live interview with Palm Canyon Theater for a multitude of reasons, but the one I'm going to share first is that have you ever seen the movie Steel Magnolias? So it's one of those movies for me that every time it's on television, I stop and I watch it or I hit record. It's just one of those things that I love to watch over and over again. And it is coming to a stage near you. So let's bring out our guest today. Please give a warm welcome to Derek Shapinski. He is theater manager, resident costumer, and wearer of many other hats at our very own Palm Canyon Theater. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. And we have so much to talk about because Palm Canyon Theater is such an amazing gem right here for everyone to enjoy live theater. So tell us a little bit about, first and foremost, I was just talking about it. Steel Magnolias is coming to the stage.
Yeah, it's also one of my favorite movies. I first saw the play back in 1987 when it first came out. I did a theater trip to New York, and I saw the show and instantly fell in love with it. The theme of the show, just everything about it just really resonated with me. And to get, all these years later to get to direct this show, and I have a fabulous, stellar cast, which has just made it easy and fun. That helps.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the cast. I mean,
we have the one and only Judith Chapman. Everybody knows her from daytime soaps. I think she's been on just about every soap opera there is.
Amazing.
But she also did a lot of primetime. She did Marcus Welby, and she did Fantasy Island, and she did a couple episodes of Magnum PI.
Wow.
She's also a phenomenal theater actress. She did a one-woman show that she created about Vivian Lee, where she played Vivian Lee. So she's heading our cast as Malin, and she's just brilliant. Then I've got Denise Strand as Truvy, Virginia Sulik is playing Clary, Michelle Davis is Weezer, Georgia Smith is Annelle. Fabulous newcomer to our company, Erin Shull, is playing Shelby. So it's just we've had so much fun in rehearsals. There's been laughter, there's been tears, and we're having a blast.
I bet, I can even just talking to you here, I can tell how much you just love what you do. And so how long have you been in theater?
I got into theater like most kids in high school.
Yeah.
By trade, I'm a costume designer. I've just been directing since 2018.
Wow.
2017.
Okay.
I direct 2 to 3 shows a year, sometimes more, sometimes less, just depending on the season. And if it's a show that I'm really passionate about, I really, push for it. And just, we have, like I said, it's fun. It's work.
Yeah.
We have so much fun. And this show in particular is a lot of work because of the themes, because of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
But, all of these cast members are friends that I've been friends with for years. So it just makes it, the camaraderie is there.
All that much more. But I am really going to try to make it out to opening night. Just even you saying the names, Weezer and all of that. I'm just thinking how fun to be in front of everyone and to see it live would be just an incredible experience. And tell us a little bit about, that opening night. I understand you all have a really special relationship with Willie Ryan and 849. Share a little bit about that.
Yeah, Willie is a huge supporter of not just theater in the Valley, but every organization. He donates so much time and energy.
Yes.
That he hosts, for the past several years, he has hosted an opening night gala for our musicals. And this year he really wanted to include the plays that we do, because he's such a big theater supporter. He had a small theater of his own many years ago called the Top Hat Playhouse. So he's big in the community, and we are so thrilled to be able to go up after the show and celebrate the show opening with our cast and crew, and several of our audience members always go. So he's so generous to do that for us, and we are so grateful for him to allow that opportunity for us.
I love it, and I could not agree with you more. He is just he just helps to make our entire valley better through
Yeah.
his attitude, through his support, through, I mean, social media, you name it. He's just an advocate for people in our valley,
Yeah.
which is,
It's amazing to see what he does, and like I said, it's not just the theater community. He does anything that he can do to help Animal Samaritans,
yep.
Days Project, the Steve Chase. He does it all, and it's
Oh,
so great to be able to support somebody who supports us.
yeah, it's so great to see. So congratulations on that
Yeah,
amazing
thank you.
partnership. And we heard a little bit about Steel Magnolias, but
Yes.
when I went to your website, which, for all the viewers, if you're watching there, the email for the box office is right on the screen, as well as the website if you want to go see everything about Palm Canyon Theater. But when I went on the website, I was really excited at what's coming up. You want to share a little bit with us?
Yeah, so Steel Magnolias runs for 2 weeks. Then right after that, right before we actually open right before Halloween and run through Palm Springs, Greater Palm Springs Pride. But we're presenting Rent,
Uh-huh.
which is celebrating its 25th anniversary
Oh,
from its
wow.
original Broadway run. We did the show back in 2010,
Okay.
and we've assembled a great director, great cast, and just that's another really powerful story.
Very,
Just
very,
and
yes.
such an important piece of theater.
Mhm.
So to be able to bring that to life again is been I've been in my own rehearsal, so I haven't been over to hear. I can hear them singing, but I can't wait to be in to be immersed in that, because it's again
Oh,
such an important
yes,
piece of theater, and it's
yes.
so special. With the Rent heads, they
Yeah.
they see where it is playing throughout the country, and they come. So
Oh,
excited for
love that. That'll be an
yeah.
important one. Yep.
Yeah, and then right after that we have Elf, the musical that's based on the movie with Will Ferrell and James Caan, and
Mhm.
that's just pure holiday fun and silliness with Buddy. It's just we're looking forward to that to get you in the
That'll
Christmas
be
spirit.
yes, for sure, absolutely. And then Sordid Lives, is that something you've also directed
Um,
before?
we've done Sorted Lives. I believe this is the ninth or 10th production of this. It started out,
Okay.
the first time we did it, it was scheduled to run for 5 weeks. It ran for 12. Um,
Okay.
like the movie it came to the Camelot, and it was supposed to run for, you know,
That's right.
a little bit of time, and it ran for 92 weeks.
It's caused its own frenzy in the community.
It does, and we've had Del Shores is a huge supporter of ours, and he does everything he can to support. We've done a lot of his shows. We've
Mhm.
had several of the cast members come and see the show. Rosemary Alexander and her husband
Wow.
Jewel come. Ann Walker has been in the audience.
Oh my
The guy who
gosh.
played Ty in the movie, Bonnie Bedelia, they've all come and seen the show. And dear sweet Leslie Jordan that we just lost, he was a huge
Mm.
supporter. He would come and just support us
Oh,
and be here, and we love
yeah.
the show. And again, that show has a cult following, and
Yep.
we love it and bring it back usually every other year, because the audiences just can't get enough of Sorted
That's
Lives.
right. That's right. And then Sweeney Todd coming up too. That would be a
Yes,
lot of
we
fun to
actually, in
see.
between Sorted Lives and Sweeney Todd, we have Something Rotten, the new Broadway show. I
Oh,
believe it was 2010, 2012. I might be wrong on my dates. But it's a great, if you love Spam-A-Lot,
uh-huh.
kind of parodies a lot of the musicals. There's a lot of references to other musicals in it. That's in February, so we're excited about
Okay.
that. And then Sweeney Todd, I'm directing Sweeney Todd, and I've got
Wow.
it's so much powerful theater this season. Uh,
Yes, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. I
yeah,
love it.
and I've got the incredible, phenomenal Paul Grant playing Sweeney Todd.
Wow.
Layne is playing Mrs. Lovett. So the two of them, anytime I get to direct the two of them on stage, it's just magic, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait for February to roll around so we can start those rehearsals.
Wow. Well, this is going to be like a whirlwind for you, but
Yes,
also for the community to
yes,
come on out and
yeah,
just have some fun. So I'll put some of these banners back up again. Steel Magnolias coming up October 6th through October 15th will be so much fun to be
yeah,
part of. But there's also so much more, kind of something for everybody that's out
exactly.
there. And I have to say, it's just so great that theater is back, you know, and
Yeah.
so I encourage everyone just to take advantage of this opportunity to get out and be a part of it, and our very own Palm Canyon Theater, which is so special. How long have you been with Palm Canyon Theater, and do you want to share a little bit about
Yeah.
that history?
Sure. I started with Palm Canyon Theater back in 2005 for their 2005-2006 season.
Yeah.
I've been here ever since. It's it's a family. It truly is. It's a family-owned business, but we are a family.
Mm,
I've watched a lot of our kids from kids camp that were 8, 9 years old that went up. Have now gone off to college and are pursuing careers in theater. Some
mm,
have gone into film. So it's really good to nurture that talent. Our big part of our mission statement is education.
mhm,
Dr. William Layne, who founded the theater,
mm.
has his doctorate in children's education and
Oh,
children's theater.
wow.
His wife Sylvia taught dance. They both were at Morehead State.
Mhm,
Their son and daughter JW and C both have their MFAs. JW's is in technical theater, C's is in theater and classic voice.
mhm.
So it's a theater family, and education is a huge part of what we do. So we're always teaching. We get our kids from kids camp that we then get on main stage to
Mhm.
move them forward. So that's really exciting to see that, and to see how the community has changed and how theater has changed and what we present and how we do it, and the
Mhm.
technology that we now have. With projections. We have a phenomenal projections director that
Oh,
just create
fantastic.
he
Yeah.
creates all of these graphics and projections, and how the technology, even from when he started doing it, has changed. So again, we're all
Incredible.
learning. We're all learning new skills
Yeah.
in what we do, and
Yeah.
that's
That's
and
right.
that's exciting to see what comes next.
Absolutely. And I love how it all folds in together and adds to the
Hmm.
creativity. And with those projections, I mean, uh, possibilities are endless, which
And it
is,
really is. There's a new technology. It's called projection mapping that Nick has used,
yes.
and it's we used it for the first time this summer in Mean Girls. We had our flats, and he was able to projection map the exact size of them, so the projections were only
Wow.
on those flats and they weren't on the background on the psych. He just did it for
Sure.
the dune, and it just takes everything to the next level. So you can,
Wow.
because we have such a small space, and a lot of theaters out here, we all have limited theater
Yep.
space. So we
Yeah.
don't have room to store these huge
Yeah.
sets and
Sure.
and we do a lot of painted backdrops, but having to be able to enhance them with his projections it's really exciting to see. And he gets excited with each new project. So, we all kind of bolster each other up and push us on to the next thing.
I love it. And I just have to tell you,
Yeah.
I've got folks just watching and leaving comments, people saying they're so happy they jumped on. They love Steel Magnolias. They're excited about what's coming. So I just appreciate you hopping on with
Yeah.
us today to share a little bit more about what you do and why you do it and the amazing
Yeah.
things coming up. Promise to come back and share what you're going to do for next season. We can't wait. But
We will. We're already kind of, the
yeah,
royalty companies, it takes a little while. It used to be a lot faster, but now and I think a lot of it is COVID, post-COVID,
yeah.
their
Mhm,
process is a little bit longer. So
mhm.
we're kind of throwing out ideas as we think of things that we might want to present next year. And it's,
Yeah.
everybody says, well, what's the formula? How do you pick? And it's a huge process. We probably apply for 40 to 50 different shows. With some we
Wow.
don't, and some shows aren't available. And it's like,
Okay.
what do we want to produce? What do we personally want to work on? What do we think the community wants? Um,
Yeah.
and it's, we try to do a little bit of old, little bit of new.
Yeah.
Uh, we have a huge influx of snowbirds that come in, and
Mhm.
they love we call them the war horses, the old chestnuts.
That's
But
right. Yeah.
we can kind of sneak some of the newer stuff in there as well, because they're kind of getting to that point that they want the new stuff as well as what they
That's right.
know. Um,
That's right.
and it's what our performers want to do. It's so we
Sure.
pull some of them, and it's like, hey, what are there shows that you'd love to consider, and so that's our process. So
Oh my goodness.
we think we just started season 27, but we're already you have to plan for
Think it, yeah,
next year. You have to, because it comes
always.
pretty quickly.
Well, we can tell a lot of work and energy and effort and thoughtfulness goes
Hmm.
into, building each season. And I just want to say on behalf of myself, but also the Chamber of Commerce and the community, thank you for bringing live theater to the community. It is such an important part of living and growing up and enjoying life and understanding. So we just appreciate you offering such great art to the
Thank
Valley.
you. Yeah, it's we're finding, and I think a lot of it is post-COVID. We're finding that arts and entertainment, because for 2 years we were locked down in our homes, and all we
Yeah.
had was entertainment.
Yep.
So now that people are really wanting that escape,
Yeah.
and theater definitely provides that for you, that escape. That you just want to forget all the crap that's
Yeah.
going on in the world, and with a show like Steel Magnolias, you come for 2 hours and all those iconic lines that you just you're waiting for them because they're coming. And then when it happens, it's just we were laughing the other day. There's the scene with Shelby and the juice, and we kind of
Uh-huh.
and it kind of circles back, and we finally go, in that scene it's all about the damn juice. And
That's
if you
right.
get lost, just tell Shelby to drink her juice and you get right back on track.
That's
So
right. Oh,
that's such an iconic thing, is Shelby
that's
drinks
right.
juice.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Derek, thank you for hopping on with us today and sharing everything. We look forward to everything that you create and promise to come back. Let's do this
I
again
will.
and
Thank
just
you so much for having me today. It's been fun.
regularly share. Absolutely. We'll see you soon, my friend, and
Yes.
best of luck on opening night. I know it's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Hope to see you there.
Alrighty, take care, my friend. And thank you so much for joining us today on Live with Your Chamber. It is such a pleasure to talk to such amazing local um, business owners and area professionals that just make our valley tick and very special. You can still see the ticker down below if you want to reach out to the box office or you want to go onto their website to learn a little bit more about what's happening. But hopefully, we'll see you out for Steel Magnolias and many other amazing performances as well. Art is so important to our valley, to our culture, to our everyday lives. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for tuning in. If there's a way the chamber can help you, your business, the community, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what we're here for. We'll see you soon.